If you rec- Let me start off by saying that if you recognize my outfit, this is the same day, literally a few seconds after, or a minute or two after recording the video titled Starting Off with My Own Egotistical Thoughts, and then talking about, let me read the title for you. Starting with my thoughts on egotistical Starting off with my view on egotistical thoughts and going into my various worldviews. In that video, I talked about my own belief of being inherently better than a lot of people, and because of my worldview, and then going into my specific worldviews and some of my nihilistic beliefs. Um, for those who do not know what nihilism is, or what the term intrinsic and or intrinsic intrinsic or egotistical mean, I have left a definition for uh, all three of those words in the definition in the description of the video. However, I will also read them right now. Intrinsic, belonging to the essential nature or constitution of a thing. I said that I do not have any intrinsic value in the world, meaning that I have no value relating to my inherent meaning. That I have no, my inherent being, my existence in this world calls for no overwise value based on me existing. Nihilism, the rejection of all religious and moral principles and the belief that life is meaningless. I am not a nihilist. However, I view a few nihilistic worldviews like that life itself is meaningless, and things like morality will never be objective. I view those as my own nihilistic thoughts. And then egotistical, excessively conceited or absorbed in oneself, or self-centered, which means that the belief that I am better than other people based on how I feel about other people is egotistical. It is believing that I am in a made up social hierarchy. I am better than these people because of the way that they view multiple things, and I stated that I believed that I was better than people based off of my own intelligence. Um, and because of that, that is extremely egotistical and absorbed in my own ego, and something that I should not strive towards loving about myself. This video is actually about my own intelligence and how it's actually been a bane in my life, which means that it's caused me turmoil and or in normal man's terms, it's caused problems. Longtime viewers of the channel are aware that I was with a man. I was dating a man, a boy. He was not a man, as in he was not above the age of 18. He was a year younger than I am, and I'm not 18. This boy, his name was Santi. Yeah. Santi felt certain things about his own intelligence, and when he broke things off with me, one of the inherent reasons that he said was because he felt that our intelligences just were not colliding. I still think that he was more intelligent than he allowed himself to believe. I think that he was insecure in that aspect. I'm not willing to go more into it because I do not want to give too much of um personal things. I will speak about my own issues every day. I will say that I will air that out on the channel. I am not willing to talk about the relationship troubles that I had with my ex-boyfriend. That's just disrespectful to him. I am only saying this because I do believe that it is apparent and important to state for today's topic of my own intelligence being a bane to my existence. Now, I am not one of those self-centered assholes who genuinely believes that I'm not privileged because of my intelligence. I do believe that I can enjoy life more because I am smarter than the average person. I believe that because I can fathom what other people cannot fathom, and I can go more deep into my own intelligence than most, not most, than some people can. It allows me to be a better and happier person than those people, because I believe that happiness comes from how much you are able to experience in the world, and I believe that you cannot experience the same things if you are not as intellectually able as I am. I'm also not claiming that I am genius. I am claiming that I do believe that the average IQ I am a few points higher than, that I can fathom a little bit more. I also think that I am more educated than the average person, which definitely goes into my own viewpoints on my intelligence. Um, but me and my brother, who also shares the same intelligence as I, we've gone into how we'll look at our friends who might not share that same intelligence, and we will ponder the idea of being friends with them. Not that I would ever get rid of my friend because they're not intelligent enough for me, but because I think it's interesting, the idea that somebody like me can be friends with somebody like them. I value my friendships. I am glad to have the friends that I have right now. However, I think it's interesting to consider that two people who live and experience life on different categories, and one is more privileged because of the way my mind works than the other, can get along so well and think so highly of each other. I think that's an interesting thought. Um, it's 1:23 a.m. I haven't slept since the afternoon of last night. I mean, the afternoon of yesterday. I'm not gonna go to bed for a little while. I don't feel the need to. I'm not tired. I'm not energetic either. I'm just. I'm hungry. I have nothing to eat. I'm gonna end the video here. This one is a lot shorter than my initial video is. This is more of an add-on and going into specific territories of the original video that I referenced. Goodbye.